Right, homeless people.
Well, wait a minute. I don't understand. The price of housing is going down, and that's why people are moving out.
Exactly, Robin. See, you don't understand the problem.
I've never been good at economics.
This is such a good explanation. He's why I'm leaving New York. I will be taking the first boat out of here.
I'm not going back tonight after seeing this.
But at least the guy's willing to make things work, and he's trying to come up with solutions.
What about the others?
What about other New Yorkers?
It's really getting dangerous, and property value, especially in this area in Manhattan. Man.
Excuse me, did she say, let me speak my politician?
Yes.
You know, I've been using that word incorrectly all these years.
What do you usually say?
I say, let me speak my politics for a second. And I'm wrong, and I want to apologize to everyone. Let me just hear that again. I just want to go back to that. I'm rewinding here.
I was going to say, I can't understand him at all now.
I'm going backwards, and it ain't much different. Let me see that here.
It's really getting dangerous, and property value, especially in this area in Manhattan. Man, you gonna pay me some money.
Man, no. There is gonna be a war.
That's all I got. Man, listen, I need a squeegee. A squeegee costs $3.
Squeegee costs $3.
Reality is what counts. And reality is history. And knowledge is understanding. Well, you know about knowledge, common sense. Damn was your family raising on a common sense basis. Not your kind. Don't keep paying somebody to pay somebody to get to me. Okay, now.
Excuse me. Is it possible that your earring is confusing everybody, Robin, in New York?
Is that what's happening? They're getting confused from the reflective...
Could they be picking up signals on the ear? Wait, what is that?
Something.
Uh-huh. Yes. Everyone is confused. Okay, very good. Wait a second.
Has she spoken her politician yet?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
But wait,
confused.
are there more New Yorkers that
Yes.
way? Yes.
I don't think. Talk to be his. I love it.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Oh, good.
Y'all
Just like
There's another
Good.
New
Finally,
Yorker.
someone who's going to make some sense.
Yeah, she's going to straighten everything out, I think. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Don't film that, man. Don't do that.
Well, that woman was
yes.
like a prophet. She said there was going to be a war. I just didn't know how soon.
You know, I recognize her. Remember her hit, Walk On By? Walk On
Wait a
By.
minute. That was not Dionne Warwick.
It wasn't? Walk On By.
I think it was Whitney Houston, her niece.
All right, there it is.
Anyway, Howard, also in the news this week, Larry King got into big trouble on the Joan Rivers show after being one of the judges of the Miss America pageant. He called Miss Pennsylvania a pig.
Yeah, takes one to know one, huh? Captain of the quarterback of the all-ugly team, Larry
Hit
King.
the button.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Larry
dummy
King.
was prettier.
That's what he said. And look at him. Look
Yes.
at him.
Yes. Yeah, look at
I was
that.
home and I
Now,
called.
this is Miss Pennsylvania, the woman he called a pig.
He called her a pig, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Larry, without that microphone, you'd be begging her for sex. You'd be begging her. I'd like to see the women Pennsylvania didn't use. Granted, she's not the most beautiful woman, but she's certainly no pig. Certainly out of Larry King's caliber.
I think between her and Larry, she'd win.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
they were in a contest, she'd win.
My director to tell her I wasn't feeling well, and he said, well, if you don't feel well now, you better sit down because you're not going to feel well in a minute.
That's what happened when she heard about the Larry King comment.
Right.
She got it from, somebody with the pageant. She wasn't even feeling well that day that he said that.
I'm not
So
feeling
anyway.
well today either.
But
So
she
what?
didn't win the pageant.
Right.
Miss America is a black woman.
I know.
Hit the button.
White people can't win anymore. What's going on
Well,
here?
let's take a look at her and see if she's just extremely
All young
beautiful.
women today who want to achieve, who want to excel today, are looking at me and are saying, yes, this is someone that they can look up to. And I'm very proud to be a role model for all young women today.
Jealous of that crown, Robin, or what?
You know, this earring just doesn't compare.
You put the
does
earring
it?
on top of your head, you'll be Miss America. Let me tell you something about this Miss America. She is certainly not the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I'll be honest with you. Is she the most beautiful woman? No.
In America?
No, not the most beautiful woman in America. Gary with that turtleneck is more beautiful. I got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more
Well, when
news.
we come back, we'll compare Miss Pennsylvania with Miss America, and we'll decide who's a pig and who's not a pig.
I will decide because look how beautiful I am. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. and we're doing the news, and we're learning about Miss America.
Well, we're in the midst of our own Miss America pageant. We'll compare Miss Pennsylvania, who was one of the 10 finalists, and who Larry King called the pig, with Miss America. There's Miss America.
Yeah.
Hit the button again.
Okay. There she is. There she is.
Now that's Miss Pennsylvania.
Miss Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Miss Pennsylvania.
And there's Sharon Salam. Now, who do you think should have won?
I'll tell you something. Sharon Salam, I think. I think, yeah. I think that. You know, what's her talent, though? Getting her son in jail, though, or getting him out of jail. I don't know which.
Well, we should have crowned her. I wish I had come up. I didn't think she'd win.
Yeah, well, she did win. I don't know. Well, I don't know where they get these Miss Americas from. I look them over. Listen, I'm as ugly as the I mean, there's no beauty
You're not even
here.
going to enter the contest.
But if you're going to enter a beauty pageant, where do they get these women? They all look like they're 45 years old. They look like my mother.
Well, it gives me hope now.
I tell you something. You're as beautiful as any of these Miss Americas, Robin.
Gives me hope. I'm entering next year.
I'll tell you something. Now, and I'll tell you something. Black women must be more beautiful than white women because every year a black
Well,
woman.
it's not just a beauty contest, Howard. So I figure the black women must be smarter or more talented.
I don't know what it is, but
Look better in a bathing suit. Who knows what it could be?
this is giving hope to all women. As a matter of fact, our executive producer, Bob Woodruff, just put on a bathing suit. He wants to enter the Miss America beauty pageant.
Well, speaking of beauty, Howard.
Yes.
Have you been looking at Darryl Strawberry?
Yeah, I have been looking at
He's
him.
become a very interesting man, not because he's hitting so well.
Right.
But because of what he's doing with his head.
Right.
Yes, so I took a few pictures of Darryl,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just look at an evolution of his little hairdo here.
Yeah, he's had a couple of interesting hairdos. I
Well,
like.
in 1985, he had a full head of hair. He looked like a normal kind of guy. There
that
he
was
is.
him. That's the
You say,
normal.
Okay, that's Darryl Strawberry. You say,
Right.
okay, that's a good-looking guy. Then all of a sudden, he just started shaving the sides of his head, and then he got really,
Now hold it a second. Excuse me.
really creative and put straw on
That
the
is
side of his
beautiful.
head.
How long do you think that lasts?
Well, it couldn't be too long because every other week I see something different on the side of his head.
Yeah.
Now, from the straw, he's gone to this. Can you look real close there? There it is. You can see the swirl.
Wow.
Can you see that?
Wow, look at that. That is dynamic.
That's incredible. I can't imagine what he's going to do next week.
Next year, the ears come off. I understand. The ears will be totally lopped off next year, and it's going to be the most incredible look you've ever seen.
Is this what he's doing to try to improve his hitting?
What happened to the good old days when you'd carve the Batman logo into your head? Everybody's getting so fancy. You just can't keep up, you know?
Well, if this is working for him, I think he should keep doing it because I understand his performance has improved.
Well, you know, by 2 years from now, you'll see him not only lop off his ears, but I think the fingers will come off after that. And then you won't know what I think, you know, listen, I know a lot of black guys. I have a lot of black friends, and they tell me there's not a lot you can do with the black hair.
Name some of your black friends.
Well, right now, not off the tip of my tongue can I name some of them. Listen, Robin, I've worked hard to unload a lot of my black friends. But, listen, when it comes to my black friends, they tell me in the old days that it's very hard. When you have black hair, you either have regular hairdo. So at least
What do you do?
You gotta carve. You gotta carve names, you gotta carve logos, you gotta carve slogans. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, what do
I
you think I should do? Should I invest in some of this
Robin.
hashtag hair cutting?
Put a hat on your head and just play baseball. That's all you should do, all
That's where
right?
the money is. That's where the money is.
Listen, is that what...
That's what's happening. Do you think there's any more after Darryl Strawberry's head?
I think we pretty much covered it tonight. See you next week. Don't miss it.
You don't pull nothing from my wife. Look at it. Huh? Well, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'll see you in court. Relax. It's the guy just said it. Did you get that? He just caught me. The guy just hit me. Relax. Now, play that silly little fart.
Hey, talk to be his. I love his.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Y'all
You're just like men.
Look out, man. In New York, you don't just get me no job.
Let it go.
That's why people don't film that, man. Don't do that. Don't